good as my other camera, but yeah. Is she here?
We'll just wait until once it says 1 on it.
Okay. And we could always do live things for like rare events, kind of like that. Especially if you want to do things on aliens,
Oh, that'd be cool.
you do that live. It's more fun that way
Mm-hmm.
because it's more less. It'd look more fun, especially in the air.
Oh yeah.
Like, and we'll be talking about one of Dom's favorite subjects, aliens.
I think she's in.
I don't see
It
one.
says 1 like. Okay,
There
she's
you go.
in. She's in. Thank you for joining us here. Appreciate it.
Just shut turbo attacks.
Oh, sweet.
Stop it. Shut up, Squatch.
Here. Can you hear us good?
If you want to see us, we can just uncover the camera.
Okay.
Yes.
She says. Yeah, she's awesome.
Okay. Hi, my name is Charette,
And I'm Dominic.
and we're the co-host of Legends of Mythology.
And in honor of St. Patrick's Day coming up, we're gonna do a mythical Celtic
Creature
creature.
from Celtic mythology.
Yep.
One of my favorites, actually, the dulahan.
Nice.
One of the few creatures in culture that actually lives without its own head.
Wait, yeah, that sounds familiar.
And I've always loved this creature because the dulahan's appearance, and this is one of the only, like I said, the only creatures I know that can live without its own head. This creature is a bringer of death and will love to drag your souls with it.
It's creepy.
The dulahan is one of the most well-known tales of Irish mythology, and the story became so popular over time. In turn, the headless horseman has become a key character used in the mythology of many other cultures, as well as in many modern horror stories, like the Legends of Sleepy Hollow. The dulahan is the most well known for his headless appearance, and there are many stories that suggest that he lost his head, one of which is being that he was a soldier in a previous life and had his head taken from him in battle.
Okay.
The dulahan is his roaming has been depicted as him searching for his lost head for all eternity. So I think a lot of people would be kind of miffed if they found out it's like, shit, where's my head?
Oh, you better run if you see that guy.
Oh, hell yeah. It's like, however, some stories suggest that he already has his head and that he rides with a darker purpose, believed to be so bitter about his own death that he searches for other souls to take with him to the afterlife. He is commonly portrayed as either riding on the back of a black horse, also headless, or riding a black carriage that is pulled by 6 black horses. That'd be so much cooler. But I still wouldn't want to see that just because I don't want to die. It is said that these horses ride so quickly and ferociously that fire emanates from both their nostrils and their hooves as they strike the ground. So don't piss off the horses.
Oh man.
We could send this thing after goddamn Dylan.
I really could see the similarity between Dulahan and the Headless Horseman. Very similar.
Okay, let's get back to this. The carriage that some believe he rides is made of coffins, tombstones, and bones, indicating his evil intent to take innocent lives. So, if you see him, run. And if you do find some way to get into a house fast enough and he doesn't want to kill your ass, then pray to God that he does not get inside that place.
No, yeah, fuck that.
He wears a long black cloak that flows behind him as he rides through the land. He is known to hold his severed head high into the sky to search for souls that he wishes to take. So, and the one cool thing about that is that head can actually see long distances. So you could be 3 or 4 miles down, and he'll be able to find you.
One sick bastard.
And isn't that a hoot?
Yep.
So Dom's first response is if something was chasing after us, you first!
Oh, I'd push you into that motherfucker.
Yes, you would. And then, unless there's Dylan, then we both push him in front of it, and then we run.
Yeah, and then we would just not care.
Pretty much. His severed head has a terrible appearance, covered in rotting flesh that gives off a strong odor of rotting cheese.
P.U.
Ugh, Pepe Le Pew.
Gross.
With the complexion of stale dough. So, if anyone has ever seen stale bread,
So he basically smells like fucking ass.
smells like cheese and rotting dough. Yeah,
It's fucking disgusting.
corpses. What do you expect them to smell like?
Why does he
Roses?
take a shower?
I think the skin would fall off.
Oh.
The mouth is split into a terrifying grin as he finds joy in taking the lives of others, so he's sadistic. That's cool. So he's a sadist.
Oh,
Dom
great.
keeps saying, calling me every single damn
Who
time.
is a sadist?
I do
If I
enjoy
go
other
missing,
people.
if I go missing, it's this guy.
And to me, it's hilarious because all you see is like a creepy ass grin. It's like, I'm about to kill you. I'm gonna have some enjoyment doing this. His eyes are lit up with the evil fires and darting back and forth, constantly looking for victims. So his terrifying grin, eyes are on fire, and he just wants to find somebody to kill. Okay.
Great.
We push Dylan in front of it so fast and we hide.
Poor bastard.
No lock gates stay closed when he approaches, so if we try to hide behind a gate, that gate's opening.
Wow.
Approaches, busting open to let the dulahan through. As he makes his way through the town and villages after dark, the people hide behind their curtains because if anyone were to look at him, meaning he's ugly, they would immediately either go blind or die.
Get the fuck out of here.
This he will cause by whipping their eyes out with a whip made from human spines. So after he kills your ass, he's gonna rip out your spine and use it as a whip to kill somebody else.
Beautiful.
Beautiful thing. Or by throwing a basin of blood into your eyes, and either you die from that basin of blood, or you go blind in one eye. And if you're lucky, you die.
Fuck that shit.
Or, and his other fun thing, he also has the ability to speak. Only once on a journey, and that is to say the name of the person whose life he wishes to take. So if he says either one of our names, we're fucked.
Oh, great.
Once the Dulahan states this name, that person's soul is called to death. And there is no defying this call. So if either one of our names are called, we're dead and he's taking it.
Oh my god.
The Dulahan does this when he stops, and it is then he will call the name of his victim, and that person will die. The Dulahan is believed to appear at sunset. Actually, this would be a good part to stop for me and let Dom read.
Thank you, Shurit. Right here?
Yep. The Dulahan.
The dulahan does this when he stops, and it is then that he will call the name of his victim, and that person will die. The dulahan is believed to appear after sunset on certain festivals and feast days, which is when people know to be wary of looking outside after the sun has gone down.
Just like Jason Voorhees.
Fuck out of here. The only thing that can frighten him is a precious meal, which is when thrown on the ground before him, can cause him and his horses to suddenly stop in their path and turn him to flee. I find that very interesting.
So hopefully we know what that meal is.
Hmm.
Maybe we'll just throw Dylan out there and then maybe he'll run and flee from Dylan's face.
Oh, yeah. During the period when the story of the dulahan was most popular in Ireland, families were likely to
Possess gold.
possess gold, as such as they were told to use their gold to frighten him if he called upon their house.
So you throw gold at him.
The depiction of the headless horseman is believed to have developed as the embodiment of an ancient Celtic god of fraternity, Crom Dubh. Am I pronouncing that right?
Okay, where is it? Gromdo. Yeah,
Crom Dubh. Crom Dubh.
it sounds like a doof.
Dubh
Wait,
demanded human lives every year to be sacrificed in his name, and the method of sacrifice that he asked for was decapitation. In the 6th century, when Christianity came to Ireland, these sacrificial rituals were condemned. And as Christianity grew in popularity, they stopped altogether. This is when the story of the dulahan first became prevalent, as the Irish people believed that Crom Dubh took his physical form in order to continue getting the sacrificial souls that he called for. The myth of the dulahan has evolved from the human form of Crom Dubh. Forgive me if
a
I'm
weird ass name.
my Gaelic is not that.
Neither is mine.
Into many different depictions of the head. Let me reset that. The myth of the dulahan has evolved from the human form of Crom Dubh in many different depictions of the headless horseman in various cultures. The legend of Sleepy Hollow in America is based on this Irish legend, telling the story of the soldier who lost his head in the American Revolution and rose during the festival of Halloween to search for it. He is also found. He is also found in a number of German stories, such as the tales of Brothers Grimm. Other German stories tell of a headless horseman who blows a horn to warn huntsmen not to ride, as death will befall them that day. In modern times, the Dulahan has been popularized as an evil character in many computer games and fantasy stories. Thus, the legend of the Dulahan, one of the most represented Irish legends, will continue to live on for many years. We hope you enjoyed this episode on the Dulahan, the creature that brings death wherever it goes. Beautiful. And info that you heard in this episode was researched by Connor from the Irish Place. Thank
I
you,
love that,
Connor.
man.
Thank you, Connor.
And the only reason I brought up before we end this is why I said
Want to do another?
Jason Voorhees is because it's that part of that specific culture is during the festival of Samhain.
What's that?
It's their version of saying Halloween.
Oh,
Kind of like during the Voorhees movies, he always killed people on Halloween.
Just for fun.
And the next thing we'll be talking is about, and the next episode is either going to be the bear talk or the slough.
We can just do this now for fun. If you want.
Sure.
And then
We'll do the slough.
That's how you pronounce it, Slew?
Yep. So we're going to end up doing the slough this time. I hope you guys will enjoy this.
Thank you for watching, Sierra. It's very nice of you.
Okay. Let's start by saying the slough is a sadly funny thing is I forgot to put a header, but that's fine. The slough is an evil spirit of someone that has died.
Of course I like it. That's very
that
nice.
Ends up searching you. I very much enjoy that too. Of course, I hope you love this one too.
Yep.
It's a spirit spirit that hunts down people and kills you.
Oh my god.
Robert Kirk has provided one of the earliest reports of the slough in about 1690, saying our Highlanders making still a distinction betwixt slough, Sao Galta, or early host. Let's just use the word early host.
Okay.
And the slough's Sith. So he's every single time now I hear the word Sith, I think of Star Wars. Now that means the slough's part of the Sith.
Oh, he's an evil. He's evil.
Now we can just kill people just by choking them with using the Force. That's sadly funny. Averring that the soul goes to the Sith when dislodged. So it goes to the dark side.
Yeah, like Adam Driver.
Accounts collected by folklorists in the Scotland Highlands and the islands in the 19th century confirmed that the slough were believed to be the spirit of the mortals who had died. In some accounts, the hosts were armies fighting battles in the sky. So kind of dicks fighting in the sky while everyone else was fighting on the ground. I envy you. There's not a lot of people that wouldn't just want to float in the sky and just start having like a sword battle or something. Lucky buggers. In some accounts, the hosts were armies fighting battles in the sky on the Isles of Bahara. Alexander Carmichael has told that the spirits fought great battles in the air and that their crimson blood may be seen staining rocks and stones. Filnas slew, the blood of the hosts is the beautiful red crottle of the rock melted by frost. It's a weird phrasing. Another story is the slew were not so much an army as a scourge. It took the form of gusts of wind, burning skin, and causing boils. So, assholes. We would punch them straight in the goddamn nose for giving me a goddamn boil. Or burning my damn skin. Dom would get pretty pissed off. His skin got burnt.
Yeah,
boiling.
I hate that.
Burning skin. Alternatively, the hosts were winged like terrible, destructive birds. So, fuck you, bird, man. Nothing's worse than literally just you going out to your car and you see bird shit everywhere. Just imagine literally something bigger than that literally just takes a shit on your car and it's like a huge half your windshield's covered in bird shit.
That's when
and you want to shoot that fucker.
That's how my shits come out.
Of course. Okay, let's see. In other stories, stupid bird people. One of the storytellers to whom Carmichael spoke said that the spirits fly about in the great clouds up and down the face of the world like a starling and coming back to the scene of their earthly transgressions. In other accounts, the slew appears as a whirlwind of flapping wings and undulating shadows like a flock of crows or ravens. That's fascinating. I love crows. Fascinating creatures. We have crows.
I've seen them.
I named one Shadow. He's a bit sassy, though. I get so mad at him if he shits on my
no matter how good you take care of a crow, they'll always hate you.
Yeah, I'd like cats. Slew were believed to fly from west in the mouth of night, seeking souls to steal. So kind of like the dulahan that likes taking shit. When a person lay dying, the door and the windows on the west side of the house were therefore secured to keep the spirit out. Meaning, if you don't keep your windows closed, the slew is going to steal your family's soul, family member's soul. The most dangerous time, of course, was Samhain. I don't know why they're obsessed with Samhain and goddamn Halloween. Goddamn Jason Voorhees stabbing people for no reason.
He's a dick.
The liminal times when the gates of hell would open, so that's just fucked up. Goddamn gates of hell. Better not be sending no damn demons to my house.
I ain't going there.
Hosts would ride forth, and woe betide anyone who was out alone. So we just shoved Dylan into that place.
Oh, fuck that.
And run.
I've done that before already.
Sometimes the humans were returned but they were never the same again, meaning they were bewitched.
Oh, they were fucking crazy.
Probably. In Ben Bukila, that's a weird ass name. Ben Bukila. We knew someone named Ben, but he didn't have Bukila. Carmichael was told how the slew carried humans off into the skies, returning them exhausted and prostrate.
The fuck?
What do I mean? He did something stupid, like or sexual to him. That would be fucking weird. Prostrate, all you see is like a guy just lying
in
like
the fucking sky. In the fucking sky.
He's like prostrated. It's like your legs are split open and you're just looking and you're just staring at the sky like, fuck you for dropping me here. But you're too tired and but you can't say anything about it.
Yeah.
Damn ghost bird
That's what's gonna happen to you, Sierra.
Okay, according to one story, the beautiful daughter of the King of France was taken by the host and carried about in the air over lands and seas, continents and islands, till the came to a little island of Hestamol, being behind Gregory or Benbucula. There we go. Where they laid her down in such an injured state that she died from the hard treatment. Not, however, till she had told about the land to which she had been carried and of great hardship she had endured while traveling through space. Now it'll be Dom's turn.
Nice.
The part is it was when reading or reading.
It was when reading such accounts that I became interested by the idea of the supernatural being used to max more than human abuse, and possibly episodes of mental illness. Severe stories talk of men being whisked away and returned a day or two later, confused, exhausted, and not remembering where they had been. Had they been hitting the whiskey bottle a little too hard, or had they perhaps been suffering from mental illness? That at the time wasn't that understood.
You don't feel like that when we come home from work.
Sometimes the stories are profoundly disturbing. In 9/11,
Except for the drunk part.
sorry, in the year 1911, Walter Evans Wentz published the story of the boy said to have been taken by the slough. How was he saying?
Slough.
Slough, sorry. Slough. He was found the next day at the back of the house, his lifeless body said to have dropped from a great height. Did this not sound to me like fairies, but suggested in a far more mundane type of evil? This is an idea that I explored in my novel. The story keeper, set on the Isle of Skye in 1857, various real folktales are used within the book, but the slough who formed the central motif. Wait, this is all messed up. It's right here.
Okay, what? Where is it? This right here. Oh, central motif.
Motif. When
Like
young
motive.
girls, oh yeah, when young girls begin to go missing from the island, it is the host that the local crofters blame, believing they have taken the girls into the earth. As the novel progresses, the protagonist and the reader must determine whether the vanishings are indeed the work of supernatural beings or of something else entirely. Others too have been inspired by the slough. In 2020, 2020 will see the release of The Haunting of the Grady Farm, a found footage horror film that reimagines the slough and places the tale in rural Florida, in the legacy of the Kane video game series. Huh? the slough the slough feature as one of the most creepy enemies, presented as scavenging beasts that prey on the souls.
Everything. One more. It's the last bit of it.
The most recent account I have ever been able to find of the slough is from the early 20th century. That is not to say, however, that these creatures no longer exist. Avoid traveling the roads alone in the dead of night, especially at Halloween. And if you glimpse a flock of black birds overhead, make sure they are what they seem.
Or just flap a damn thing of fire at it and just like,
Yeah.
be gone, demons!
Oh yeah.
Or we'll just shake a cross at them.
Oh yeah.
Be gone, Satan!
Or just all fucking moon them. How about that?
They'll probably just find it. It's like, ooh, this bird. Most likely you'll get bird fucked. No one wants that. Nothing's funnier than that, though. Oh, make sure I have the full thing. I know there's another page for that. I'm definitely getting tired.
Me too.
It's kind of what happens when I come here early.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
But I'm happy that at least we're able to do that fun 2 episodes.
That was good.
And then we'll be more likely to start doing these episodes in a more serious manner.
Yep.
Once we go straight into podcasting.
Yep.
And then we'll just post all of our episodes onto YouTube Also, so we can have a little fun watching people look at us and think that we're a bunch of dipshits. But yeah,
It's okay.
it could be worse.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Sierra, for watching. It was a great episode. And
If there's any creatures you want to know more about, let us know.
yeah, let me know. Let us know. All right.
But if you want to do fairies, you're not going to be very happy about it because they're kind of assholes.
Oh my god, that they are creepy.
Because they like to steal children and use their bones as building material. They hate us.
Fuck.
But how would you feel if someone literally just said, "Oh, this is such a beautiful forest. Let's cut down your trees and just burn them."
Oh, I'd be pissed off too.
So
Oh.
yeah, fairies are not nice people. These things. Pixies are nicer, but the worst thing they'll do to you is just prank, steal shit.
How about we do gnomes?
All I see is Dom literally looking at the picture. Oh dear God!
Oh, I like gnomes.
No, you just want to throw gnomes.
Oh yeah.
Damn shitty Gnomeo movie.
Fuck that movie. I don't like that shit.
I like more of the creep, kind of like the Goosebumps version where they're literally just
Oh, yeah,
walking
yeah.
around and it's like, and you just don't.
Oh
My
yeah.
first response is to start throwing rocks at them.
You're fucking fucked up, man.
It's like, you could try to stab me with a pitchfork. I will throw a rock at your head and you will smash. Die, you glassy
Fuck
demons.
that. Fuck that. So that's it. Is that all the creatures we got to this episode?
For the time being, and we're also going to be working on Celtic gods and goddesses from this wonderful culture.
Beautiful.
And then the next wonderful culture we're going to be starting in later on after the gods and folk heroes for Celtic mythology, we'll be doing wonderful versions of Egypt.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
So we're a culture that literally stares at the sun and, why are you being an ass?
Mm-hmm. And then after we talk about that, I'm going to have fucking entities in my house.
All you hear is him just start. I walk in here the next time I come over, and all you hear is seeing him just start flailing sage everywhere.
No, I'm floating in the fucking air, maybe.
And screaming, "God damn it, Lou!
I'm floating in the air.
You brought me the Ghost of Goose."
I know it's terrifying. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm going to take it a lot more